Well, hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. Today my final and full review of the LA Girl Pro HD Illuminating Foundation. So if you want to know my opinion, then just keep on watching. So guys, my review of the LA Girl Pro HD Foundation. In a minute you will see me apply it, and I will do what I actually always do. I will show you how I apply it, the way that I found works best for me. I will do some check-ins. It's difficult to talk today, and I will give you what it looks like in natural light. So without further ado, let's get started. So, naked face and naked head again, because I am going to show you guys how I apply the LA Girl Pro HD Coverage Illuminating, wow, high definition illuminating foundation. I have mine in the color Fair, and I have been playing with it this week, so yeah, I am ready to give my review. I am going to apply it the way that I found worked best for me. So yeah, if you have another method of application, that doesn't matter, but this is the way that I do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Just a bit on my T-zone, or not completely T-zone, just a bit where I have the most texture, and that's right here. I usually do it here as well. I don't know why, but I like that. So yeah, like so. Okay, that is one. Next I am going to prime my face, but I have to get it. Let's use this one today. I am really loving priming my face with sprays. And yeah, I alternate between the Catrice one and the one from Revolution. So let's today do Revolution. Doesn't really matter, they do the same thing. I just want a bit more on my cheeks to make the foundation stick. I kinda like applying this with this brush. This is the one from BH Cosmetics, it's their number 3. But what I do is I spray it first. So I'm just going to, throughout this video, use this one, the priming base spray from Revolution. I'm spraying my brush just a bit to get it to, just a bit more. Get it damp. And I found that when I have it damp, it doesn't soak up as much product. So yeah, I like that. It's the same as using your beauty blender damp. I do want to dampen it a bit more. And yeah, push it in a bit. I also have a damp beauty blender because, well, you see because, why in a minute. I don't know why I'm shaking. I always shake my foundations. Yeah. That's just weird, but it does not matter too much. Now you can do it a few ways. You can pump some on the back of your hand, dip your brush in and then apply it. You can use your fingers and then apply it, go over it with a brush or go over it with a beauty blender. It's just what you want to do. Today I am going to do something that I haven't done before, and that's just to pump it directly on my brush. So I've just put a little bit on my brush. And I like to stipple it on, maybe buff a little, but my preferred method is stipple. Oh, this doesn't work. Well, it does, but not as well as when I do it the other way, but that doesn't matter. I learned something. And I'm just stippling it on my face. I always do my eyes as well to help even out the skin tone a bit. on my ears and a little down my neck. That's actually really pretty. Okay, I'm going to do it again. So I have not even half a pump, I think, a little less than half a pump. And I'm just stippling, and maybe I cannot buff. For the life of me, I cannot buff. And I think the match is, it is maybe a little bit lighter, but that doesn't matter too much because you can always bronze it up a bit. So I rather have my foundation a tad too light than a tad too dark, if I'm being totally honest. And I also have some darkening drops that I used once to try and darken up a concealer. Didn't work because it made the concealer set already. It was really weird actually. So that wasn't really, yeah. Now we have it on. I probably have a shiny head because I shaved my hair this morning. I'm going to grab my mirror and check. Yeah, I like it. It's really, really nice. So that is a good way of applying this foundation. Pump it on your dampened brush. Now I'm just going over it with a beauty blender to press it into my skin more and help soak up some extra product. Now this is an illuminating foundation, and I do have to say it's going pretty good. If you have once watched my empties video, I will link it underneath the cards or down in the description box, just where I have the room. My favorite sunscreens were empty, and what I actually did this morning was cut open a packaging of the one from Etude House and used that on my face, and it is not looking as luminous or as dewy as it was yesterday when I used my Dutch sunscreen. So just remember that if you use this foundation on top of an emollient base like the sunscreen that I used, or maybe a rich moisturizer, it is more luminous. I don't like that personally. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with luminous foundations. Why? I love the glow that it gives you, but what I don't like is that it enhances my, I don't like the word imperfections, but you know, the pores that I have here, it emphasizes it because it stays glowy. And I do have to say that today it is looking pretty good, and I think that is because, one, I used a different sunscreen base, so my face wasn't as emollient or fatty, and yesterday I used a glycolic toner from The Ordinary, so that's probably helping as well. I am going to see if I can build it up a little. I know I can build it up a little, just where I want some more coverage. So that's on my cheeks, and this is a medium coverage. I don't know if you can build it up to full. I haven't tried that one because I don't really need a full coverage foundation. I like it if my skin shows through a bit, so I just usually want some extra coverage on my cheeks and where I have some maybe stubborn hyperpigmentation or some extra redness. Now I do have to say my skin is looking very good today, so I'm happy with that. My dark circles are okay for me. But yeah, I am really in love with this foundation today. I do want to, I don't know, you probably cannot see, but I have redness on my chest, so I'm going to put it there as well. So that is really, really pretty. Now I know this foundation doesn't collect into lines if I set it. And overall I'm actually pretty happy with this. It is a nice finish, it is comfortable, It doesn't say on the bottle that it is extra. Oh, it does say long wear. So we're going to test that today. But yeah, I like the finish of it. So, oh, I think my lighting is a bit weird when I come in close. So I will tone the lighting down a little. So you can, I hope you can see how the foundation is looking. I will show you in natural light a little later on in the video. But I like it. So I will turn up the lighting again a little. That is the foundation. I am happy with it. Yesterday I set it with my favorite powder, the Catrice Nude Illusion. And I used a tiny bit and it looked really pretty. I also set it with the Flower Beauty Satin Finishing Power, the Miracle Glow. That's also really, really pretty. So I think today I'm going to do a combination of those. But first I'm going to do concealer. And I am using this brush. This is from Bailey. It is their 142. And I am going to spray that one as well. And then I'm just going to swirl it on my hand to make sure that it is damp and not wet. Okay. Now, if you have watched my Essence review, if not, I will link it. You have seen me use this one, and again it is way too light for me, so I have gone back to my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the color Light. I'm just twisting and putting it on the back of my hands. Then I'm taking my brush, dabbing it in, and just go where I have the darkness. And this is actually a really nice way, for me at least, to apply this concealer. And I don't set it anymore, and that's made a world of difference. I think I used too much. I'm also going to do some on the top of my nose because I have redness there. I am going to do the other eye real quick, and again I am also just tapping this in. And I usually don't really contour, but I have a little bit extra, so why not? And you could also do it there a bit. I'm just using up the product, and I will bounce it in now. And that actually gives a really pretty finish. So when I started using this, because everyone was raving about it, especially the older YouTubers, because it didn't, they said it didn't dry out their under eyes and looked very nice. When I started using it, I was like, yeah, it's nice, but it kind of does dry out my under eyes. But I used to set it. Now I have found that if I don't set it, I do have to tap out the creasing until the concealer has set itself. But I don't have any cakey under eyes anymore, so that's very nice. So if you have this concealer and you think, yeah, I don't like it that much, try not setting it, and then until the concealer has set properly, just tap out the creasing or use a sponge to tap out the creasing until it has set, and that really worked for me. The first time that I used this concealer, I did my eye makeup. I put it on, I did my eye makeup, and I hadn't set it yet because I wanted to know if it was a bit self-setting, because I have another luminous foundation. That one I need to powder because it won't set. This one I also need to powder because it won't set in itself, at least not for me. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my setting / powder brush that is also from BH Cosmetics. It's just a flat brush, it's their number 2, and I'm going to start with the Catrice Nude Illusion in my T-zone, and I am just dabbing my brush in and patting it in on my hand, and then I just tap it into my foundation. I am going to set here with this as well. Like so. So that's one powder. The next powder I'm going to take is this one, because this is the only luminous powder that I have. So if you have another one, you can always use that. Now, I know that this is only available in the US, and I was fortunate enough to win a giveaway, so that is why I have it. And I really like it, actually. I have a lot in here. So what I do is I dip my brush in lightly, and then I use the cap and swirl it around, tap it off, and then I'm going to powder everywhere else. Like so. Now, I look like a cake face, but that's going to be okay. The foundation has set. My concealer has almost set, so that is why I am tapping out the creases that I might have. And this is what it looks like. I need to tone down the light a bit first. Then I will come in a bit closer and you can see how the foundation is looking. And again, I will show you in natural light as well. So now it's looking really powdery. I will turn up the light a bit. Something like that. Now it is looking a bit powdery, but I need to apply the rest of my makeup. Then I will be back and it will have set nicely. Oh yeah, what you can do, and what I actually almost forgot, is take your beauty blender and just gently press everything into the foundation. That helps to stop the cake face. And I'm not really bouncing, I'm just pressing now. A little bit under my eye. Like so. And now I'm looking a little less like a cake face. But yeah, I am going to do the rest of my makeup and then I will be back. And I will also show you what it looks like in natural light. And then I will go about my day. So I will just see you in a little while. So guys, everything is on my face. And I did film this look, by the way. But you have to wait for it a little bit. I can only tell you to keep your eye out for number 5. Maybe that will give you an idea of what I'm doing now. But I will check my mirror and see how it looks. It looks nice. It didn't collect in any lines yet, so that is good. And I didn't set my concealer, as I said I wouldn't. So sometimes I need to tap out a bit of the creasing. I do need to clean up my tattoos, I see, because I forgot that. But yeah, everything went on over it nicely. It looks nice. So what I'm going to do now is show you in real light. And then I will see you at the next check-in. So guys, this is what it looks like in daylight. And it's sunny outside, so I'm standing a little bit further away from the window. Otherwise I am blinded by the sunlight. But yeah, this is what it looks like in daylight. I will zoom you in a little closer. Do not freak out, it's okay. This is what it looks like. Yeah, and I think it looks nice actually. It is, again, as I said, comfortable, and I like the finish of it. So I am going to go about the rest of my day now, and I will see you in a few hours for check-in. So guys, final check-in of this foundation. I was planning on doing a check-in after an hour or 4 or 5, but I just lost track of time because I was editing today. So yeah, we are at the final check-in, and let's check how the foundation is looking. I have a mirror here, so I'm just getting it in closer so I can see. It is looking pretty good. It didn't collect into any lines, so that's always good. It did rub off here on my nose and here around my chin. I do have to say, I sit like this a lot of the time, especially when I am editing. Well, actually I sit like this so I can do my mouse thingy with my other hand. But yeah, so it's not really weird that it has rubbed off here and here. And it did rub off here a little bit as well, because I also sit like this a lot of the time. But overall, yeah, it is nice. It hasn't broken up anywhere that I can see. I don't have any dryness underneath my foundation, so that is good as well. Overall, I like it. It does say it is supposed to be long wearing. I don't agree. It is not. I think the Maybelline Superstay, the one that I will link it underneath the cards, but I reviewed that one before I reviewed the Essence one, and that one stays a lot longer than this one does. But again, it is a luminous foundation, so in my personal experience, the luminous foundations that I have tried are not extremely long wearing. I personally do not mind that, because I am actually used to maybe wearing a foundation for 3 to 4 hours or something, depending on how my day is. If I know that I have to go outside a lot and the UV rays are really strong, I know I have to reapply after about an hour or two. So a lot of the times I don't even wear foundation then. You saw that the Maybelline Superstay could handle my reapplying sunscreen, but that was a Korean type sunscreen and was a really lightweight one. The one that I have now downstairs is a Dutch one and is very rich in formula. And there is almost, yeah, the Superstay could handle it the best. It did start to break up because I did that. I reapplied my Dutch sunscreen on top of the Maybelline Superstay, and it did break up a bit. But if that one can't handle it, I don't know which one can. Today I didn't need to reapply my sunscreen because I was indoors most of the time, and maybe the 5 minutes that I was outside or exposed to UV rays, it didn't really matter. I didn't feel the need to reapply my sunscreen for that shorter period, so I haven't done that. When I get my Korean sunscreens, I will try the Essence and reapply, and this one and reapply. Yeah, because you know, I can reapply the sunscreen that I have downstairs on top of this foundation, but I know it will break up, and that is what it is, and that is something that I have accepted. So yeah, if it's really sunny and hot outside, I usually don't even wear foundation. Maybe a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, and then when I reapply my sunscreen and it has dried down a bit, I just pat a little bit of concealer on it again. That's usually how I do it, so yeah. But if you want a luminous foundation that's comfortable, that has a nice finish, check out this one. The LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Longwear Illuminating Foundation. Again, I am not, no, for me it's not long wearing. It just isn't, but then again, I don't mind. But if you are looking for a luminous foundation that will stay all day no matter what you do, this one isn't it. That's just the way it is. But yeah, again, I am happy with the foundation. I like how it wears, I like how it looks. I am definitely going to use it more often. And those were my thoughts. To say in Dutch, ik kan er niet meer van maken. And I will translate, I cannot make it anymore. Well, that's a bit of a literal translation, but you get my meaning, I hope. Yeah guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button that's below. It's the red thing, you know. And then the bell next to it, so you will be notified when I upload my next video. The next foundation that I want to try out and test for you guys is this one from Catrice. It's their HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. It says mattifying and second skin effect, and I think I need to darken it up. But I have darkening drops, so we shall see how that one goes. So that is the next one. If you want to know how that one wears, again, hit the subscribe button. And for now, I am signing off. I am taking off all my makeup and going to binge watch YouTube because I'm way behind. Yeah, I hope you have a great day or evening depending on where you live, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.